Man, it feels like it's been a while since we had a win. Can this be a win? Ah, geez, I hope so. What's up, everybody? My name is Aaron. I'm the Brick Scavenger. We're treasure hunting again today. This was advertised as a pound of figs, and I got this for $108 all in. So I guess that's probably not a good sign for what's in here. Considering the going rate seems to be like $2.50 per fig. I got this for like $1 a fig. But hey, I mean, who knows? I tell you what, that's pretty heavy. That might be more than a pound. Let's see. Ready? Let's weigh it together. Yeah, well, a little more. 1.18 ounces. So I mean, that's pretty good. For $108, it's going to be awfully hard to lose on this one. But here we go. Let's check this out. Let's get after this. If we find a couple of good things in here, we are going to be very much home free on this one. So I'm hopeful. Let's see. Let's see how this goes. If you guys are interested in any of this stuff here, this will be on Whatnot and also on Bricklink. This is how I fund my Lego habit. If you have been watching nothing but minifig hauls, consider checking out some of my city builds. I vowed that 2026 was going to be filled with more personal building, adding to my city, that kind of thing. So I've been working on the Winter Village. I've got like 2 more weeks to do that before I move on to a new project. But the way we fund all of that is to buy hauls, keep a couple things for ourselves, and sell the rest. Hopefully we have more money at the end than we did at the beginning. And the profits go towards our city. So that's kind of fun. So here we go. That's a good start right there. How about an Urukai? Ooh, baby. I don't know what those legs are. I think they're trash. But considering we only paid $1.08 per fig, starting with most of an Urukai is an awfully good start. And that's in phenomenal shape too. Is it real? How can it be in that good a shape? Oh, yeah, that's real. How can an Urukai be in that good a shape? That's shocking. Whatever. We'll probably get close to $10 for those parts right there. Look at this guy. He's fun. There's a little mix and match right there. I never know if these are dark bluish gray or light bluish gray. The light bluish gray ones are really expensive. They were only on a couple of figs, and they're like $10+ for that cape alone. But it's hard to tell on some of those older capes, so I'm not sure. No way. Whoa, how about a Django? It's not angry Django, but still, again, we paid $108 for this whole thing. Holy smokes. We are off to a very hot start. Oh my gosh. Whoa. This may be the best haul we've had in quite some time. There's some Stormtrooper stuff, or is that clone stuff? I don't know. I can't tell anymore. There's some Minecraft stuff. That head looks super weird. I don't know what's going on with that head. There's a General Dodonna right there. Man, these things used to be like $10, and they have just plummeted in value. I don't know what the deal is. That's going to go straight to the Winter Village. That is from Spider-Man. Is that Gwen or something? I can't remember the name of that thing. We've got like a farmer. We've got some pink hair here. Look at that. That's fun. That's the Dirk Nowitzki jersey right there. You know, I tell you what I really appreciate about these jerseys is the fact that the neckline is the same color as the jersey. Because if this had been like a nougat color, or take a look at this one. This is Tracy McGrady right here, which we also found in here. If the neckline had been brown in this, or the Dirk had been nougat colored, then they'd be really hard to use otherwise. But because it's blue, you can put any arms you want on this, yellow arms, and use it like a kid that's wearing a sports jersey. So I really, really appreciate the fact that they did that. I wish that Lego would think about that a little more as people do arm swaps and whatever. But anyway, Tracy McGrady's probably a $10 fig. Holy smokes, are we crushing this thing so far. That looks like that's, I don't know, Obi-Wan or Anakin torso, can never remember there. There's a full Iron Man right there. Nice. What the heck? Is that can't possibly be rare. There's an Antoine Walker. There's another jersey. Ooh, there's a lot of NBA in this one. We've already found 3. No way. Does anybody know why I'm so excited about this? If you do, that's a gold mine right there. How about 2 of the light bluish gray, or I'm sorry, the light gray, old gray hooks? Those hooks are like $5 a piece. So that's like a $10 torso right there. Holy cow. Mercy. That looks like that's maybe a Karai from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Some dinosaur food there. Miles Morales. We've got some Nexo Knights. Whoops, I lost the castle torso. Don't snooze on castle torsos like this. A lot of these old ones can fetch $4 a piece pretty easily because a knight that's kind of decked out with a sword can usually get you $10. How about a painted horse? That one's in great shape. That one may stay with me. Oh, maybe his foot is a little damaged there. Yeah, I think it is. That one probably stays with me. I bought I forgot what it's called. It's like a Western themed Bricklink designer program set. It's obviously ordered. It hasn't come in yet. But I'm excited to get that one. So I've been hoarding a little bit of Western stuff lately in an effort to be ready to build that set someday when it comes in. I can't remember what the schedule is for when that should come in. But anyway, I think that's Flynn from Tangled. Disney Tangled, I think. Let's see. There's another one. That one looks a little weird. Maybe it's just faded. That's Alan Houston right there. That one is very fake right there. There's a white hood. Always useful for castle mocks and stuff like that. Let's see. Whoa, there's a blue coat right there. Those are super nice to find, have good value. Let's see. There's another Iron Man helmet. I don't know which ones are the good ones. Let's see. We've got a Chima head on some Nexo Knight torso there, so that's not that interesting, I suppose. Is that a Chris Webber? Yes, it is. Is that a Chris Webber? No, yeah. What? Yeah, it is. Oh, there's 2. Make sure you check these heads in hopes of finding a Kobe. The Kobe Bryant head is so expensive. There's a Spider-Man. There's an Apache right there. That will get sold as is, unless I hold on to him for the Western mock, I suppose. There's a elephant, a criminal. There's some Ninjago. That is a weird snowman, I guess. There is, look at that. That's a nice piece right there. That is the Harrison Ford, Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom from the Shanghai Chase set. That's a nice torso right there, because I think that makes like a $20 fig. Is that another McGrady? Yeah, it is another McGrady. Look at that. There is I think that's a Harry Potter horse right there. Look at that. That's a Miles Morales, but that is going to stay with me. Look at this too, because I'm working on the Christmas Village. So there's 2 figs that are going to stay right with me and go into the Winter Village. So sorry guys, if you liked those, too bad. They're staying with me. Let's see, what else do we got here? Here's even more. That is Peja Stojakovic there. I love these hats. I know it's a sorting hat for Harry Potter, but they also make really great hats for castle mocks. So I'll be using it for that for sure. I don't know what the heck that thing is. It's kind of rubbery. Ew, whatever this thing is gross. That's getting thrown away. Let's see. That's an old school thing. Is that a Vince Carter? Yes, it is. Man, we're going to have to make some NBA. What the heck? He's washing his butt. Some NBA mock figs. That'll be super fun. We'll use some of those. I don't know whether... There's another Tracy McGrady. Holy cow. Here's another one. Let's go. Whoa, this is 2 more Chris Webber. Didn't we already find 2 Chris Webbers? Holy smokes. All right, we're going to have to look carefully at these heads in hopes that there's a Kobe in here. I mean, chances are small. That one's kind of looks like Kobe. I don't think it is. The part of the problem with the NBA heads is that the pictures on Bricklink are terrible. They're a little blurry, and so it can be a little hard to distinguish which head goes with which. I have studied the Kobe one because that's really the only one that's got tremendous value. The teeth are showing, he's got hair, and then he's got a relatively flat kind of upper lip. So those are like the distinguishing marks for the Kobe. So I don't think that was Kobe's head there. But, whoa, that's like an Anakin torso with dark blue arms. That's interesting look right there. There is some Jurassic... Yes. Remember when I said at the beginning, let's find a couple of good things and that'll basically pay for the whole lot? How about Django and Beetlejuice? Oh my, that basically covers the 108 right there. Holy cow, let's go. Wow. There is yet another NBA, that's Dirk Nowitzki. There is a Castle guy from, Fantasy Era, I think. There's Atlantis, I think. Look at that purple. I think that plain purple torso goes to one of the goons from the Joker or something. And I think that's an Indiana Jones girl's head there. Superman. That looks like a little bit of Han Solo action right there. Wow. I think we've won on this one. There's a sheriff. That'll stay with me. God, that's old right there. Look at that old gray. There's a Hermione right there. That's old stuff. This is the engineer lady that fixed Mando's pilot, I think, in Star Wars. Holy smokes. Whoa, look at these legs. I think they're dinged up. I don't know what they are. I was going to be excited just to look them up and have some fun, but they're dinged up, so it doesn't really matter. That goes to like a parademon or something. Did we already see this? I can't remember if we saw this already, but that's like a Spider-Man guy or something. There's a Gary Payton jersey. Let's go. Here is that Tony Parker? Probably. Yep, Tony Parker right there. That is trash is what that is. Oh, I almost spilled something. Let's see. I don't know what that is. Hey, look at that. That is Dementor, I think, right? From Harry Potter. That's fun. That's an advent calendar thing right there, like the Spider Pig. That it will stay with me as well. We're going to stock the Winter Village from this one. Let's go. How about a Star-Lord helmet? Mercy. This haul's much better, guys. This is the way it's supposed to work. There's a Cheeto with that sweet money bag. That's super fun. There's a Peter Venkman. That probably has some value as well. There is a Boba, and it has the olive green pauldron. Nice. Let's see. That's a Shaquille O'Neal. Let's go. That head, I don't know what that head is. Is that Shaq's head? I'm not sure. But that's a Shaquille O'Neal torso. That's sweet right there. That's a nice find. That thing looks fake. Never seen anything that looks like that before. Pretty sure it's fake. Let's see if we've got anything else in here worth noting. If I blasted by something, holler in the chat so I don't forget about it. There's some Harry Potter stuff. That's some Atlantis stuff. That, I think, is maybe Han Solo and the sort of the plain head. There's a dog. There is a Vince Carter again, right? With the head chipped a little bit. But again, we may take these arms off and, use these torsos for something else. I don't know. Is that Poe? It kind of feels like a Poe Dameron situation. We've got a pearl dark gray armor piece. Man, there's so much NBA in here. There is another Dirk Nowitzki. Let's see. I don't know what that is. There's a clone. Look at that. There's a clone. That green clone. Just missing the helmet. But good pieces there. There's another page ahead. No hair on that, so that's not Kobe. Wow, look at that torso. That's got that, like, violet-colored arm. Brown epaulets there. That may be a good torso. It looks like it's a little scratched up. So probably not as good as I was hoping just because of condition. But I don't know if that torso's one of the unusual Jedi, but the back of it's a little chipped up, so maybe it doesn't matter. That might be Black Widow. I'm not sure. That's about it right there. Oh, look. Wait, we got a Darth Maul head. We've got a Lando helmet. And we've got this sweet werewolf, head. That werewolf head is awesome. And it's on a, wait, why is that glue? Oh, come on. Gosh, people, maybe it's coming off. No, that's going to have to get trashed. That's an old hairy, oh my gosh. I'm not willing to work that hard to try and get that out of there. Honestly, guys, like, if somebody sold me this head, I'd be a little disappointed. And so I don't want to sell it to other people for that same reason. Even if I clean this up, it's still been glued. And I don't want to do that. So that's out. It's too bad. Because that's a decent statue, I think, from Harry Potter. But I'm not going to sell you that because I'm not comfortable with that, even if I clean it up a little bit. And, you know, my hope is if I order on Bricklink, I don't get something like that. Anyway, that werewolf head is really fun. I think that's from one of the old, like, movie studio things, isn't it? I don't know. Anyway, man, I think this was a good one, guys. This is really fun because we've got some NBA stuff that we can make some, you know, some jerseys out of for random figs that either go in my city or go up on Whatnot. We've got a couple of home runs that mostly pay for the lot. And then we've got some winter things that go for sure into my winter village. So that is a really fun haul. Feels like it's been a while since we had a really good haul, but I am excited about this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you're having fun, hit that subscribe button so that you can join me for the next haul and maybe check out some of my city. Thanks for being here. We'll see you next time.